Peter Gray from Cinefied. Hello, Stephanie.
Hey, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Obviously, as an Australian, I'm going to be very biased and say you've chosen a great lead actress in this one.
Yep. Yep.
And one of the things I guess I wanted to get out of the way first of all, because one of the things I love, one of the lines I loved in this was Ariana DeBose about Legally Blonde 2 saying it's underrated and not believing a third film until she sees it. It's like this kind of nice throwaway moment. So I wanted to ask, do you genuinely agree that Legally Blonde 2 is underrated? And is that line like secretly the film's most political statement?
Maybe. I do think it's underrated, and I'll believe there's a third when I see it. I guess I believe her sentiment.
And, with the film, like, I guess for you, like, what was the exact moment in Amanda Ogle's story when you thought, like, "I'm not just moved by this, I'm responsible for it?"
About halfway through the script, for
Mm,
sure, I was so frustrated reading it because I just couldn't believe the story knowing it was inspired by a true story, and I just kept getting more and more and more frustrated, and by the end of it couldn't believe that there was no restitution, like, it just I was blown away by that, and at the time reading it, didn't even really know what really happened in the end, the real story, because it was fictionalized, our ending, and then I think when I met Amanda, like, that was it, and Rose went to meet Amanda, we went to tour, like, Seattle, and I talked to Kevin, I talked to Avery, we did a lot of research, and at some point, it was like, "There's no way we're not making this. There's no
mm.
way we're not gonna tell her story. We are in it, and we will fight any battle that comes our way to get this movie made and on the big screen."
So now that you've said, like, Amanda probably would have given up if someone had just apologized. I guess, like, why do you think apologies, which cost nothing, like, why do you think they're so rare in systems with so much power?
I God, I wish I knew the answer to that, right? Because it's such an easy thing to say sorry, and I think that it's somehow tied into the corporateness of it all, right? Because even with our tow driver, Simon Rex, right? He's obviously a fictionalized character to a degree, but he couldn't help her because if he did, he would lose his own job.
Mm,
I think it's like, and he even I think he does say, "I'm sorry." Like, he probably is the only one. I think he is even scripted where he's like, "I'm really sorry," when he realizes, that she's living in the car, that
mm.
we're so far removed from human contact and calling anybody, right? And going, press 1, or you're like, "Can I speak to a can I speak to a can I speak to a human?" And you keep saying it until they finally put you on with a human. It's like, "Well, I need all this information until I transfer to a human." So I think that we're just so removed from that I just we need community and we need, like, human interaction, and so I wish more people said, "I'm sorry." I rambled a little bit there because I'm gonna go on my own little tangent, but, like, you're right, "I'm sorry" is so free, those are free words. So
Yeah. No, because I love, like, obviously this isn't just like a tiny indie story. Like, it's about a system grinding someone down. I guess, like, how did you keep the film intimate whilst tackling something so big?
really just focusing on the character performances, right? It's like it's
Mm,
a very character-driven story. There's a lot of nuance in all the characters and tracking their journeys within the story alongside of Amanda's and how they're also inspiring Amanda and Octavia's character for sure poking at Rose's character enough till finally she like breaks. And the
mm,
moment where Octavia says, "How many friends do you have?" is it improvised. And I remember we're shooting it and I went to Octavia and I whispered, ask her how many friends she has. And so that reaction from Rose was like a genuine moment of like, that wasn't scripted. Cause I was like, just poke, 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 poke until you get her to see where you are, with this. And so I think protecting the tone and telling the story with a light hand sometimes, right? Because it's like I didn't want to tell a bleak story because Amanda's story is
mm.
not bleak. It's just very frustrating. But in the end, like she does get the thing that she's been fighting for. Having said that, the ending that without spoiling it, the scripted ending was not that,
Yeah.
and the real Amanda and the real Kevin were on set and we were in the tow yard filming, and she said, "You know what really happened?" And that's the ending that you see. Because Rose and I found that so absurd, but
Yeah.
exactly what would happen. that life would do
Yeah.
that. Like, of course that's gonna happen, you know?
Yeah.
And then we really made that conscious decision to, like, then cut to the real people,
Mm,
to see them not just in photographs, to know that it's ending in a hopeful way where, their story's gonna continue. And
mm.
also so that we could have a gut punch to see how great Rose Byrne is in this movie because she disappears into this character, so
Yeah. No, oh, as you mentioned, like, we've mentioned Rose Byrne, Simon Rex, Aaron
yeah,
DeBose, Octavia Spencer, like Demi Lovato, Dominic Sessa. Like, this is just like everyone on this film. It's like this, embarrassment of riches almost. But I
yeah.
guess like with Rose Byrne, I guess what did she understand about Amanda that like surprised you the most?
I think that I guess I would say it wasn't so much that I was surprised. The surprising moment for me was when she came onto set the first day dressed as her, right?
Mm,
Because I knew she was gonna dive into the character, and I knew she was gonna all the things, and obviously we knew what the wig looked like, and we had talked about the teeth, but the minute that she came on set and we shot the first scene, I was not surprised necessarily, but just genuinely taken aback at how, which I guess is surprised, at how much she looked like Amanda. And then
mm.
the fire inside of Amanda that she took on as this character, right? And that you're just, even when she's walking like through Seattle or like walking with her bag and throwing the roller bag around, was like, oh, I like didn't necessarily expect that until I saw it. And then we played off of it.
I mean, she's one of our best. She's such a
Yeah.
chameleon. It's like
Yeah.
it's so amazing just to see like, yeah, every time she just like falls into a role. It's like, yes, it's Rose Byrne, but yeah, she absolutely becomes like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think like the first time she spoke in this, I was like, oh my God, like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
incredible. And
Right.
I guess like with this film, obviously, audiences are gonna have it's you hope it's one of those films that they come out and it starts many, many conversations. I guess what do you hope people realize about unhoused women that they perhaps didn't know walking in?
I think there's a misconception that if you're unhoused that maybe you don't care about your parents.
Mm,
That's not fair or true, right? And I even think, like, sometimes in early screenings of the movie, I could hear people going, "She looks really happy. She's all pink. Like, why is she dressed that way?" And it's not till the end when you see the real person, you're like, "Well, of course, that's who she is as a person." So I think it's a stereotype that's not necessarily true. So I
mm.
people take a look at that and also take a look at, again, like, that their voice matters, and that they are able to watch this woman fight for her dignity and that they then fight for theirs, whatever that means to them.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely one of those films that like, as you said, like when you're like trying to pay a bill or trying to like
Mhm.
talk to somebody and they make it the hardest possible thing and you just want to keep going operator, oh, like I just want to talk
Yeah,
to someone, so it really
supervisor,
was one of
supervisor.
yeah, like, and I walked into this, I didn't know about this story, like it was yeah, like frustrating to watch, but it's incredible to watch because the fact that it's, to someone else it's the tiniest thing and to her it's everything, and the fact that she just kept going, and like, when they were like, here's your quarter, like it was just
I know.
everything like everything was happening that you wanted to happen, but then it was just, two
Yeah,
steps forward, one back
yeah,
sort of thing.
yeah, yeah.
I guess like is that one, I guess one of the things that Amanda taught you about perseverance that you didn't expect what in this, like was there something that she taught you that you kind of was like, oh wow, I didn't think about that coming in.
Well, yeah, because it's like she took on a system by herself until she was able to find, the real Kevin, and and I still feel like I don't know how she did that. I don't know, and I think it's that thing when you're fighting in the moment and you're like you're whatever, your adrenaline is rushing, and for her, like I still don't even know if she knows exactly how she did that, but I'm in
Mm.
awe of it, and I don't know if I would be able to do that myself. Like whatever however she landed there, like she got that court order to get her car back and they sold it for $175. It's, like,
That
infuriating.
Yeah, no, that was, I think that was almost like the moment when you like, obviously you're like, there's so much left of this film, like, and then that
I
happens,
know.
and
You're like,
but like, no, as I said, like this was like a story I didn't know, so it was really, really exciting to watch this unfold, and I'm someone who just thinks women just tell better stories. I love that, it's like
"Oh,
everything's so female fronted, and it's like what we need right now, and you've just got like the best person in Rose in this, so I just want to Thank you so much for this film and congratulations.
Oh,
And
thank
yeah,
you.
I really hope everybody gets out there and supports it. So thank you
Yeah,
so much.
me too. Me too. Thank you so much for your time.